Good morning, class. Today we are going to start the new chapter, Energy. That is your third chapter in your book. So, you are very much familiar with this term, energy. So, you often use this word that I don't have energy to do work now. I don't have, I've spent all my energy. Okay, what does that mean? That means you want to say that you don't have the ability to do work now anymore. Okay, so energy, what is energy? Energy is the ability to do work. So if you have to define energy, you'll simply say energy is the ability to do work. Okay, and because it is something related with work, it is what it is the ability to do work, right? Work, therefore it has the same unit as the unit of work. So what is the unit of work? The SI unit of work is joule. So for energy also we use the same unit, that is joule. Okay, the CGS system, the energy can be represented in calories. Okay, so this unit, calorie and joule, are related. You can see here the relation is given: 1 calorie is equal to 4.1868 joule or 4.2 joule. Okay, so you have to learn this relation: 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joule. If you remember, that is also fine. Okay, so 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joule and 1 kilocalorie is equal to 1000 calorie. So these two things you need to remember. Then there are a number of forms of energy. That is the important thing that we are going to study in this chapter. So one of those is the mechanical energy. So there are a number of forms of energy. Mechanical energy, then you have this chemical energy, then electrical energy, magnetic energy, heat energy, light energy, sound energy. So these are a number of forms of energy. First of all, we are going to study about the mechanical energy. There are two important forms of mechanical energy. What are they? Kinetic energy and the potential energy. The energy that a body has due to its motion, wherever the motion is has to be considered, we use the term kinetic. So whenever the energy is due of a body is due to its motion, it will be known as the kinetic energy. And the energy due to the position or condition of a body, that is called potential energy. So kinetic energy and potential energy together will be known as mechanical energy. Okay, so if you want to say the total mechanical energy of a body, that will be equal to the kinetic energy of that body plus the potential energy of that particular body. Okay, so now talking about the kinetic energy, whenever you push or pull something, suppose you push a box, it will move from its position. Okay, and then you have also studied that work is done only when the object moves from that position, right? So when such a situation is occurring, that is when you are pushing something and the body moves, then due to the motion, the energy of the body that the body has, that is called the kinetic energy. Okay, so you can see here they are taking one example. If a heavy ball rolls along the ground and collides with a box, the box will move. Okay, the ball is able to do some work on the box because of its motion. Okay, when the ball is colliding the box is moving. That means the ball has done some work because it was able to move the box. If the box had not moved because of that ball, then ball has done no work. Okay, or when you play carom, what happens when you move the striker? It hits a counter and moves it. Okay, so because the counter is has moved, because of the motion of the counter, we say that the striker has done some work. Okay, so anything that has mass and is moving has some kinetic energy. So if a body is having some mass and has motion, it is moving, then we say that it is having kinetic energy. Okay, so this thing is true for solids, liquids, as well as for gases. So there are some other examples. You can just go through this page. I'll be sending the images. So the kinetic energy of moving air makes clothes and leaves flutter. You see that when air moves, what happens? The plants start moving. If the clothes are hanging, they start moving. Some paper is kept, it will start moving. That is because these things get the kinetic energy, or the air was having kinetic energy, which is transferred here. Okay, and same thing was used to move the windmills. Have you seen these windmills? You must have read it earlier. So windmills are, these are some fan-like structure, and when air moves, then due to the kinetic energy of the air, this fan starts moving. Okay, and some motor will be attached to it, maybe, or so it is used to lift water or grind grain, anything, whatever work we need to do with the help of that energy, we can do it. Then water moving from mountains can move rocks and wash away soil, or uh, we need not go to the mountains. You at home also, when you throw water with some force on something, it, if suppose there is some soil or some dirt on something and you throw water on it, what happens? The dirt will uh, wash away. That is because the kinetic energy of water will be transferred to the dirt molecules, and it will be washed away. Okay, and these, what happens these days, you might have studied about or heard about the hydroelectric electric power plants. What happens in these type of power plants? Energy from water is used to generate electricity. Okay, so the kinetic energy the water is having, moving water, that is used to generate electricity. Then another form of energy is mechanical energy, is potential energy. So whenever the energy is because of the motion, that is called kinetic energy. And now when the energy is because of the position of the body, then we will say it is the potential energy. Okay. When you turn on a tap, water rushes out with some speed. So water has kinetic energy. But from where does the water get that energy? Because it was stored in the tank above the ground. The pump that pushes the water up to the tank does some work which is stored in the water, that has its potential energy. Okay, did you understand this? See what happens when you switch on the motor at your home. What happens? The motor does some work. It pulls water from underground or wherever, and it takes it to a height wherever the tank is kept, at the rooftop or somewhere. The tank must be kept at your homes. Okay, and the tank is kept filled, and the work that was done by the motor was saved in the water which is stored in the tank, that is having that work done by the motor in the form of some energy. That water which is kept in the tank, that is not moving. Okay, but the energy stored in it is due to the work which was already done on it by the motor. So that energy which is stored in it when the water is stationary in the tank, that is known as the potential energy. Now when you open the tap, what happens? Water starts rushing out of it. That water has kinetic energy. Where is it getting the kinetic energy? The potential energy that was in it when it was stored in the tank, that is now converted into the kinetic energy. So then there are some other types of potential energy that is the gravitational potential energy and potential energy due to condition. So potential energy can also be due to different conditions, different reasons. How did a body or anything get the potential energy? That is because of different reasons. Okay, so like we were talking about water stored in a tank. See here, the water figure 3.2, water is stored in a tank and tank is at a height. So when something is raised to some height above the ground, we say that that body is having gravitational potential energy. So water which is stored in a tank, that is having, that is because it is raised to certain height, that is why it has gravitational potential energy. Okay, because something like I said that you use motor to store water in the tank. So the motor does some work, and what work it is doing? It is pulling water and taking it to the rooftop. So it is working against the pull of gravity. Okay, gravity wants to keep something down on the earth, but it is not taking it from the earth, from below the earth to the rooftop. So it is working against gravity. That is why we say that such energy that is due to the height, that is called gravitational potential energy. Okay, and whenever potential energy is due to condition, there another type of potential energy can be potential energy due to condition. So because of condition, what is such type of thing? Like you pull a elastic band, so you have stretched it, and then when you leave it will move with a great speed. So whenever it is moving, that is having kinetic energy. So when did it get the kinetic energy from? How did it get the kinetic energy? The kinetic energy was obtained from the potential energy which was stored while it was stretched. And when it was stretched, you worked on that band, and because of your work, the energy was stored during the stretched condition. So that time the potential energy in it was due to its condition, due to the stretched condition of it. Same is the case with the rubber bands. When you stretch the rubber band, you work on the rubber band, and that energy is stored in the rubber band in the form of potential energy due to condition. When you leave it, it will fly off, right? So that motion shows that it is having kinetic energy. Hope you are understanding it. There are two type of potential energy. First thing you need to know is potential energy is just due to the position or situation. That is, there will be no motion in it. When a body is stationary, only then it will have potential energy, and when it is at a height, it will have gravitational potential energy, and in other cases, whenever it is stationary, it will have the potential energy due to condition, like the stretched rubber band, or suppose you compress a spring. What happens? As soon as you leave, it will jump. Have you done this at home? So when you compress a spring, you worked on it. That work was stored in it in the form of potential energy due to condition, right? And when you leave it, that potential energy converts into kinetic energy. So hope this is clear now. See here, they are showing the elastic band of a catapult. So when you stretch it, it has a potential energy due to the work you have done. So that is the potential energy due to condition. And as soon as you leave it, the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. And this stone, if you have put a stone over there, it will fly off. Then another type of energy is chemical energy. So I think we can do it in some other lecture. I will pause it here, and we will study it in the next lecture. So just read it carefully, read the pages very carefully, and you will understand these two things. You have to, for now, what you have to know: mechanical energy, kinetic energy, and potential energy. Okay, that's all for today. Goodbye, children.